Alright guys, Bentley has unveiled the Bentayga extended wheelbase Azure. So we know Azure used to be a model under Bentley, right? The convertible version of the Brooklyns. So now the Azure is like a trim line that focuses on comfort, right? Whereas Speed focuses on sound, performance and all that. Now on camera, the car looks black, but it is not just black color. There is a very deep, very layered depth to its color. There's like a bronze kind of deep layer that emanates from within, which is really nice. I can believe this car under sunlight would really shine through. Right, first look at its tires. 22-inch, 285/40 in the front, very traditional Bentley wheel design. Look at that big B over there. Right, and of course this part, the headlights, the really crystal looking headlights are beautiful. Absolutely stunning the way they finished it. And then if you come down, you look at how highly polished what used to be side intakes, but then you can see it. They put the radars over there, and of course there's the parking sensors, but then on top of that, that's the Distronic. See, the thing with this, you see most brands, right, they have like a panel in front of the grille to put the laser, the radars and all that. But what Bentley did is they make use of the two side intakes to place it there, which is very nice. Okay, very nice. And I especially love how the lower grille, the crisscross patterns are highly polished, whereas in the upper grille, inside these vertical slabs, you see the repeat of that pattern, but then in gloss black. Okay, so it's very nice, very imposing front end. Just imagine on the highway, this car coming right up to you. It should be interesting. Now we come to the sides. Right, this is the extended wheelbase, which means look at the rear doors. Now, can I say this? Is it more proportionate? And look at how long the wheelbase is, right? From here to here, now it's more than 3 meters. Right, it has been extended by 18 cm or 180 mm. Okay, and most of it is on the rear doors. You can see how big that is as compared to the front doors. In a way, you just think about it, that should have been the way, right, from the get-go. Okay, now the Bentayga always have a very distinct rear haunch. Right, you can see from here, this haunch can be found on the Continental as well. Right, and then they have a different way of doing it in the Flying Spur now. This B on the side is repeated, and you have this highly polished trim on the outside, and then it extends all the way to the rear. And of course, since the facelift came out, they have changed the rear lights design, and they changed the opening of the boot to wrap all the way around the sides. The reason for that is that when you stand or when you look at the car right from the rear, you don't see any cut lines for the boot running over the tail lamps like a lot of SUVs, right? You have the opening line that cuts across the tail lamp, and then your tail lamp becomes two-piece, one on side, right? One towards the back. But this one, the cut line has been extended to the sides of the car. So it's a very clean rear. It will be more obvious if it is a lighter color, right? Because if it is black, you can't see the cut lines. Right? I really like how the exhaust also sort of repeats the shape of the tail lamps. See that? The exhaust. Of course, those are the external covers, shall I say, because the exhaust is actually inside. Look at that. All right. So, I mean, I actually welcome this type of execution because you don't want a small rear end mishap to push your entire exhaust, bent it or what, right? So, just want to check, is this car sold? This car is sold, right? Okay, extra careful. Extra careful. Right.
Closing only there.
Bro, can you help me take off my watch? Sorry. In case I go in.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. It's a so yeah, that's how we respect the owners who pay for this type of cars, right? So I'll remove my watch before I go in because it's sold already. And so thank you to the owner, having after paid, 2.5 million or more, and then he's okay with letting them put the car here as a showpiece for the launch. All right, this type of owner, I mean, if I paid 2.5 million, I wouldn't let anybody touch my car. So thank you so much to you that we have the opportunity to see this car. Anyway, look at the internal specifications. Now, Jerry from Bentley made it clear just now, since 2009 until now, there has never been one Bentley that looks the same as the other, right? That has never happened because it's highly customizable. Every single Bentley, from the stitching, what color you want on the stitch, what color you want this piece of leather to be, the inlays, what type of wood you want it to be, and then the dual tone. You see, look at this stitching. This stitch and this stitch is of a different color, right? And then down here you have again another different type of stitching. And then look at this. This is first of its kind, where the ambient lighting came out from underneath the leather using these really nice patterns on the leather. Now Bentley has always had diamond cross stitching patterns, but to use the perforation of the leather as a source for lights to emit out, that is a first time. Very nice. I mean, of course, we expect no less from a car maker that is at the very forefront in defining what is luxury. So coming back to how luxury was defined, look at this piece that houses all the window buttons. It's a single piece of aluminum that has been milled, cut, placed here, encompassing the buttons. And of course, if you walk up to a Bentley, you hold the door handle, you can tell it's a solid piece of metal. Okay, and then down here we have the seat controls. Look at the amount of adjustment that you have with it. And of course, these are again polished metal crowning the controls. And then even the rails, the seat rails, I kid you not, this material is nice to the touch. And then the cover is a piece of metal again. And then the brake pedal, throttle pedal, it's all finished in really beautiful metal. I always love doing this in a Bentley. Listen. No. Oh, you can't hear it from my camera. Anyway, this is again CNC machine. Even this one, the finishing on it is very nice. Right? That's the wood panel over here. It's not glossed over, so it's sort of like, it's not open pore wood, but very nice finish. And this finishing is on the center console. Wow, lovely. Before I sit in, I want to show you the leather seats. All right, look at that. Very, very nice, nicely finished leather. And of course, Bentley only uses the highest grade leather that one can find. Okay, what does that mean? The cows, the herd, is being raised in a farm that has no fencing, barbed wire fencing. That means the skin, the cow hide is free of any imperfections. Right? That's the type that they use. Right? Coming inside here, of course, now you get everything is digital now, and just look at the. Just gonna step in for a while. Oh, what a nice place to be. Most cars, German cars, when it comes to inlays, is limited to that and the doors. But look at this, from up here to here to the dash. And I really like how the aircon vents now form the shape of a wing, right? With the clock in the middle. That is such a classy touch, right? This is just beautiful. And look at this whole piece, this housing, all the way with this is a single piece metal that is fitted there. It's just beautiful. Really, really beautiful. There's a wireless charger over here. Of course, aircon controls are all buttons, analogs. And look at the way they finished the dashboard. Leather stitching all the way, and there's a clip here. Just like how luxury luggages are finished. That is super nice. The more I look at this boot trim, the more I like it now. Alright, and of course the gear lever Bentleys. Speaking of which, I was following one on our weekend drive, you know, and a friend of mine who has quite a number of M5s, Ferraris, he said this: never has he been able to overtake a Bentley on the highways. All right, no other car. I mean, on the highways, when he meet a Bentley, you know, it's time to move out of their way because there's just no challenge. All right, this is, of course, the visors, dual, because you can remove this and move it over here, and then this one still serves the front. All right, the entire headliner is finished in beautiful Napa leather, very, very soft to the touch, very plush to the touch. Right, the handles is leather clad over here. Right, the seats are wonderful. And look at that very large glove box, and the Azure badging is over there. Very nice cockpit, and of course the 9 sound system. Okay, it's all metal finish as well, laser cut. Now this is the big thing. Do I have to close and then alright, so this is how big the rear door is. Right, it's absolutely massive. It's one of the biggest doors that I've seen. Right, there you have the blinds, and this is how it is from. Okay, as you step up, let me show you how comfortable it is. All right, absolutely staggering leg room. Look at that. It's complete. I can stretch my legs all the way as much as I like. And these are the buttons to close the door. Okay, and then there's the rear controls for the rear, the aircon, maybe something else, the roof and all that. All right, and then you have this little tray. Oh, I just love this type of hinges. Look at the hinges, the way it's designed. Look at that. I can play with that all day, man. Very nice, very comfortable. And you have some USB-C ports here. The leather that was finished here. Now I wouldn't spec my leather in this color, I would spec it in another color, right? Cup holders here. Of course you can push the entire thing up. Okay, that's possible. And then you have the plush cushions over here. I mean, at the end of the day, right, everything can be specced. Every single thing can be specced in here, and this is so plush. Very nice. What's that? I'll close this. All right. Yep. Yep. Press that button to close the doors. Okay. And then if I press the other one, I will squeeze him. All right. Let's get out of here. Can I come out from here? Let's cross here. Oh, there's a wireless charger down here. All right. Very nice. Oh, the sound. Let's go and listen to the W12 engine. Alright. Lovely. Now, this is the boot. Huge, because it is a huge car. You have a space saver underneath. And then this tray, this. Oh, I just love all this. Look at all this little detailing. Right? Very nice. Leather clad here as well. Of course, you can spec the color that you wanted. And of course, the carpet is unique to its own. It's thicker than most usual cars. And you have a railing system that you can order, where you can have rails that runs across and you can adjust them. And look at how big this is. The new design, they extended it out, right? It's like a giant umbrella for rainy days. You sit here. Usually when you sit on the boot during the rain, the boot ends here, but this one extends all the way here. Very, very impressive. Right, so, yep. That is the Bentayga extended wheelbase Azure. What a place to be in, right, inside. Now let's take a look at the engine. Now, of course, this is a big engine cover. Oh, this is the V8 variant. There's the W12 variant. This is the V8 variant. Alright, which is, oh, look at the lights. Absolutely stunning. Is there a more stunning headlamp out there? Mesmerizing, right? It's like a kaleidoscope. My God. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Even the under bonnet sound deadening material has been imprinted with this diamond pattern. Right, so this car is a bargain. It's an absolute bargain. Why? Think about this. The standard wheelbase Range Rover is 2.5 million. Okay, this is the extended wheelbase of a Bentley Bentayga, and it's 2.5 million. The extended wheelbase of the Range Rover is 3 million. But as you step inside the car, you touch the materials, you touch the finishing, you touch the sophistication. Everything inside this car is 2 or 3 classes above that of the finishing of a Range Rover. That's just no comparison, all right? So this is a bargain at 2.5 million, all right? Yeah, so that's the Bentley Bentayga extended wheelbase Azure. Cheers.